January 26, 2026. The Musée Rodin in Paris. Beneath a mirrored ceiling draped with cyclamen flowers, the fashion world held its breath. Jonathan Anderson, the 40-year-old designer who transformed Loewe from a forgotten leather goods brand into the hottest name in fashion, was about to debut his first haute couture collection for Christian Dior. In the front row sat French First Lady Brigitte Macron, LVMH Chairman Bernard Arnault, Jeff Bezos, Anya Taylor-Joy, Jennifer Lawrence, and Josh O'Connor. And in a moment that stunned the industry, John Galliano, the legendary former Dior creative director fired in disgrace in 2011, returned to witness Anderson's debut. The collection didn't just meet expectations, it shattered them. Within 48 hours, Anderson's Jodier ballet flats became the most sought-after shoe of 2026. Fashion editors called the collection a masterpiece. Critics declared it the best Dior couture since Galliano's prime. This is the story of how Jonathan Anderson saved Dior. To understand why Anderson's debut matters, you need to understand where Dior had been. Christian Dior founded his house in 1946. His first collection, the New Look, revolutionized post-war fashion with sculptural silhouettes, nipped waists, and voluminous skirts. After his death in 1957, the house passed through legends: Yves Saint Laurent, Marc Bohan, Gianfranco Ferré. And then in 1996, John Galliano arrived. Galliano's 15-year tenure defined Dior for a generation. His couture shows were theatrical spectacles. He made Dior dangerous, exciting, relevant. But in 2011, a drunken anti-Semitic rant caught on video ended everything. His legacy tarnished forever. Raf Simons brought minimalist futurism. Maria Grazia Chiuri brought feminist dialogue and commercial stability. But creatively, the house felt safe, predictable. The revolutionary edge had vanished. By 2024, LVMH knew Dior needed a shake-up. They needed someone who could balance heritage with revolution, who understood haute couture craftsmanship and viral social media moments alike. They needed Jonathan Anderson. Anderson was born in 1984 in Magherafelt, Northern Ireland, growing up during the Troubles, the violent sectarian conflict that defined the region for decades. Car bombs, military checkpoints. It was awful and really confusing as a child, he later said. But it toughened me up. I don't take anything for granted. His family also owned a house in Ibiza, where he spent summers in a completely different world. Mediterranean beauty, artistic freedom. The contrast between violent Northern Ireland and liberated Ibiza shaped his sensibilities. He learned to see beauty and danger as inseparable. At 18, he moved to New York to study acting at Juilliard, but costume design captivated him more than performance. He eventually landed in London, graduated from London College of Fashion in 2005, and worked as a visual merchandiser for Prada, learning how luxury brands build desire through storytelling and aspiration. In 2008, at just 24, he launched J.W. Anderson, blurring masculine and feminine aesthetics and challenging gender norms through fashion. By 2012, it was a sensation. Then, in 2013, LVMH took a minority stake in J.W. Anderson and named the 29-year-old creative director of Loewe, a nearly forgotten Spanish leather goods brand. Anderson was about to change fashion forever. When Anderson arrived at Loewe, few considered it relevant. It had 180 years of Spanish leather craftsmanship, but no cultural heat. His solution wasn't to chase trends. It was to create a singular vision. The puzzle bag became an instant icon, honoring Loewe's leather heritage while feeling completely contemporary. Hard lines, soft silhouette. Function meets sculpture. Then came balloon heels, pixelated hoodies, surrealist wit. Designs so distinct that a deformed tomato could be called a Loewe tomato, and everyone understood the reference. By 2023, Loewe's annual profit had increased over 60%. In 2024, LYSD named it the hottest brand in the world. Anderson designed Rihanna's red Super Bowl halftime outfit, created costumes for Luca Guadagnino's Films Challengers and Queer, and ran 18 collections a year across multiple brands. LVMH executives watched closely. If Anderson could do that to Loewe, what could he do with Dior? In April 2025, Vogue announced Anderson as Dior's menswear director. Then the bombshell. He would also oversee womenswear and haute couture, the first designer since Christian Dior himself to control all three divisions. His June 2025 menswear debut stunned Paris. His October womenswear show received ecstatic reviews, a revolution rather than an evolution. One critic wrote, "The bar jacket was reimagined, denim accounted for 21% of the collection, and his redesigned Jodier accessories became instant wishlist items." But haute couture would be the real test. The venue for his January 26 debut, the Musée Rodin, was symbolic. Rodin sculptures represent the marriage of classical form and emotional intensity. Anderson wanted his debut to capture that same duality. The ceiling was covered in moss and inverted cyclamen. The choice was deeply personal. Weeks before his first womenswear show, John Galliano had visited the Dior atelier, bringing 2 posies of cyclamen tied with black silk ribbons. It was a baton pass, a benediction from one Dior legend to the next. Anderson invited Galliano to attend the couture debut. It would be Galliano's first Dior show since his 2011 firing. 3 bulbous, pleated gowns in black, white, and burnt orange opened the show, referencing both Anderson's first ready-to-wear look for Dior and the sculptural ceramics of Kenyan-British artist Magdalene Odundo, who attended the show. What followed was a masterclass in craft. Dresses bloomed with cyclamen rendered in micro-embroidery and sculptural bouquets. Knitwear ballooned into forms that defied gravity. Chiffon and organza were shredded and layered like feathers. Accessories featured meteorite fragments, 18th century portrait miniatures, and antique French textiles from the 1700s wrapped around heels and handbags. The finale, a feathered, fully embroidered Corolla dress projecting from the body, was breathtaking. The applause was thunderous. Within 48 hours, the Jodier ballet flats were everywhere. The rounded toe, low vamp, and ivory embroidered bow became the defining accessory of early 2026. The black patent version sold out immediately. The baby blue version followed. On resale platforms, they already commanded premium prices. But the viral moment wasn't just about shoes. It was about Anderson's entire vision, making haute couture relevant, exciting, and culturally significant again. What makes Anderson different from previous Dior designers? 3 things. First, his approach to heritage. He doesn't treat Dior's history as a museum. He treats it as a laboratory. "You will always find a different angle," he said. He's not reinventing Dior. He's recalibrating it. Second, his understanding of craft. The meteorite fragments, the antique miniatures, the 18th century French textiles. Every detail tells a story connecting fashion to art, history, and human skill. Third, his cultural instinct. Costumes for award-winning films. Campaigns featuring cultural icons rather than just models. An understanding of how fashion moves through pop culture and social media. From January 27th through February 2nd, the Musée Rodin hosted Grammar of Forms, placing Anderson's couture alongside archival Dior and Odundo's ceramic sculptures. It's part of Anderson's broader philosophy. Couture shouldn't be locked away for a few hundred elite clients. It should be visible and celebrated. By Dior doing couture, it's like protecting an endangered craft, Anderson explained. It should be about buying something for an emotional purpose. January 26, 2026. As Anderson's final look, an elongated, minimal gown covered in hand-applied petals, closed the show. The fashion world knew something fundamental had shifted. Anderson didn't save Dior by abandoning its heritage. He saved it by understanding what made Dior revolutionary in the first place: boldness, craftsmanship, and an obsessive attention to sculptural form. His ballet flats are everywhere not because of marketing, but because they're genuinely beautiful. His couture show went viral not because of celebrity guests, but because the clothes were extraordinary. This is how you revolutionize luxury. Honor the past, challenge the present, and build the future. Jonathan Anderson didn't just debut at Dior. He reminded the world why Dior matters. And this is only the beginning.